This former AOC backer, Rob, I don't know if you have this clip or not, has stark warning for young Mamdani fans. Watch this here. Go for it.
So New York City just nominated this guy, Zoran Mamdani, who is a socialist, to represent them for the mayor's election. And if I was 25, I would be obsessed with Zoran. When I was 25, I was actually 26, 27, I helped get AOC elected. I made a video for her campaign that went super viral. I met her a ton of times, and I was a huge AOC person. Now I'm 35, and like every stereotypical person, I've grown up, and I've learned that these feel-good politics of promising free food, free college, free apartments, like you get free, you get free, you get free. It feels so good. You feel as a young person when your frontal lobe is not fully developed and you're thinking more in black and white that this is going to be good, right? You're indoctrinated as a young person in America to believe that capitalism is bad and all your problems are because of these evil business owners. But I have to warn young people who are caught up in the Mamdani vibe is that the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and we've seen time and time again in countries and cities that adopt these socialist programs is that the rich people who are going to pay for them are going to leave because of a high taxes, and then we just get more taxes and less for it. And one example of this on a smaller scale is in New York in 2019, there was a law that was passed by the state house, all Democrats, to pause rent hikes on rent stabilized apartments. So they could no longer rent hike. So say, for example, an apartment is rent stabilized. It's had the same tenant since the 1970s. It comes up for rent. Landlords, because of this law, can only raise the rent by 2%. So say in 1970, someone was paying $200 a month. You're now going to be paying $220 a month in 2025. But the problem is that rent stabilized apartment needs to be renovated and brought up to 2025 code. So because of this law, what's happened is now there are tens of thousands of empty apartments in New York that are rent stabilized that the landlords are not renovating because they know they cannot make their money back if they renovate them. And again, these landlords are not like evil people. And when you're indoctrinated into this sort of leftist, oppressed mindset, you think like business owners are evil. They're not. Many of them are small businesses, they're working on a margin. And so it's not affordable for them to
Good for her. Right.
put hundreds of thousands.
What's her name? I just want to give a shout out to her.
She's awesome.
Name. Can you go back all the way to the front to see what her name is? So I think her account...
it's Lucy Biggers.
Lucy Biggers. Lucy, good for you. I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know where you are. But good for you. You ought to keep creating more content and maybe even starting your podcast if you don't already have one. By the way, do you know what happens to rich people? They migrate to other places. This is millionaire migration in 2025. Look at the country all the way to the bottom. Who is losing the most millionaires right now? UK.
Holy
Can you
cow.
tell me why? What has entered UK causing millionaires to leave UK? What do you think? I wonder what it is, right? Of course, it's got nothing to do with
the migration.
Migration from Pakistan and other places. What's the number 2 country at the bottom, Rob? China is losing people. India's losing. South Korea, Russia, Brazil, France, Spain, Germany, Israel.
Oh, look at BRIC, the liberal darlings of the new emergence.
Right.
All the BRIC
Vietnam,
people are leaving BRIC.
Yeah, South Africa, Indonesia, Nigeria, Iran, Lebanon. Now go all the way to the top, Rob. Go all the way to the top, and it's not U.S. Look who's number 1. UAE, if you can zoom in a little bit, Rob, there you go. UAE number 1 ahead of U.S. Then it's Italy, Switzerland, Saudi Arabia, Singapore,
Georgia.
Portugal, Greece, Canada, Australia, Hong Kong, Japan, Malta, and you got the rest of the countries there, right? Guess what? If you don't take care of your job creators, there is another state, city, or a country that would be more than happy to take them. So if UK policies don't protect the job creators and those who work their asses off with their investment that reinvests into the economy in UK, they're going to go to a different country. By the way, you know what DeSantis offered for cops that want to come to Florida? Do you remember the bonus that he was offering? Who remembers that?
What was
$5,000. Yeah. Remember, it was a $5,000. If you can find that, the $5,000 bonus he had for cops, is that it? Launched in 2022, the first of its kind, underscores Florida's nation's leading commitment to supporting law enforcement. The program provided a one-time $5,000 bonus after taxes to newly employed officers to show appreciation and incentive for choosing to serve Florida. A lot of those guys that are resigning from New York may be moving to Florida to be a cop here. And guess what? We like cops in Florida. If Mamdani wants to kind of do this, the point is the city's going to get unsafer. So I would not be surprised if the most random people get involved to help Adams get this done. But do not be surprised by the crazies to also show up to make sure Adams doesn't get it done in the state of New York, in the city of New York. And my thoughts on Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo was offended, and he is either got to be welcome to a different party because he's not welcome to the Democratic Party. Nope. He's either got to be, making a decision to go independent, Republican. He's got to make a move. He is not going to be able to get nothing done with the party he's a part of because they're not fans of yours, period. Okay? He's either got to apologize and just add a royal screw up with XYZ and find a way to go on a podcast and talk to a bunch of different people to kind of get it off because you have to go through it. Right? You kind of have to go through it. He hasn't done that yet. And if you keep playing this card of not willing to do that, guess what? The market's going to say, look, all we want to hear from you is you effed up and we'll move on. That's all we want to. He said it a couple times, but I think he can do a better job with that. I think the only thing he needs to be welcome somewhere. I think he's been offended. Then one phone call could address that issue. No problem. Okay, so let's talk.
Do you think he should drop out, though?
Yeah, I think he should drop out. There's no question about it. He should drop out. That's not even a question. The lemon box that we launched, okay, this campaign that we launched with the messages, Rob, if you can go to it. I absolutely love the stories that we're getting, the testimonies that we're getting, Rob. Okay, the Zested Forward, that you open it up with a video being played with the hat and the merch being in it, and it's a heartfelt message to people that are going through tough times today. If you haven't yet sent this to anybody, listen, I challenge you. I encourage you, send it to someone, see their reaction. Here's some of the notes we got recently from 3 people that have been using the lemon box. Here's somebody named Patrick, phenomenal name. Hi, guys. I gave it to my wife as part of her Mother's Day gift. She's a national sales manager for a yacht company and found it to be very encouraging. She teared up when she received it, and I'm sure she will open the box again and listen to it over and over and over again. Thank you. Rob, if you can go to the next one. Here's something from Karen. The recipient loved the lemon box. With the hat and video, it was just what she needed to pull her out of a bad time. Thanks for such creative ways we can express love and encouragement to people who need just a bit of recognition. And then the next one here, we have a Magnia. Bought these boxes for my son. Bought this box for my son who was going through some hard times. When he got it, called me crying because he said it was exactly what he needed and thought this gift was the most thoughtful thing he had received. If life gives you lemons, make lemonade is a simple message and a great message for so many. PBD's message in the box was awesome. Loved it. So if you got somebody that's going through things, folks, job, career, family, marriage, personal life, go to vtmerch.com, zest it forward, send it to somebody. Sometimes we love getting stuff for ourselves, but sometimes we just want to make somebody else's day. You can't wait for them to message you and tell you how grateful they are for that. And on top of that, ladies, you've been asking about it. And my wife, some other ladies, Kim, others been saying, Pat, we need some sports gear for the ladies. So here's what we have now as well. That's officially launched on vtmerch.com. Go for it, Rob. So make sure the golf cart doesn't come with the purchase.
Okay, Taylor. Alicia. Natalia, Lay. We got some fit ladies that work here, people.
We got a gym.
I'm a little offended that
Ladies.
you guys didn't ask me to be in it. I could have worn a wig.
No, we're not doing that. We want
That's
real
right,
ladies is what we want, not the one you dress up to be sometimes, Vinny. So go
Real
to
women.
vtmerch.com, place your order. When you do, you will receive a VT, I love VT keychain. Gang, we know most of our listeners are men, and we know most men, what we tend to do is we tend to procrastinate. The ladies will buy gifts for you. Guys, go buy some gear for your wife, for your girlfriend, for your loved ones, and send it to them. Surprise them. Go to vtmerch.com. Make someone's day today.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.